future whispers, don't misunderstand. Crystal laughter fills the scene. Future shining like a movie screen. Tarot readings, wine that flows, art that shines, and hearts that glow. Stories told in the spark divine. Friday night feels so alive.
And here we are. Now we'll see if people show up. This would be the only day I would hope for nobody.
You'd be like, well, we tried.
Oh, well, I'm going to bed.
Going to bed.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm sure they'll show up. But I'm surprised because I advertised the heck out of it this week.
I did. I advertised too, but I can see nobody watches my page or else they just don't get it because my son was the only one that liked, and you were the only one that liked it last time. So I'm like, okay, nobody sees my page.
Oh, I got a lot of people, and plus it goes out on my Your Love Goddess page, and then I share it on my personal page, and that pushes it further. So
Yeah, I need
helps.
to.
It helps, but I would imagine people get tired of seeing it.
That's what I'm thinking is if that's the only thing I post, but I haven't posted much. So I just
No, I post a lot.
try to stay pretty private sometimes because I get a lot of weird lashbacks sometimes, but
Oh, goodness. Is there a holiday this week? No holiday. Father's Day's next week.
I think so. I'd have to look it
Yeah.
up. I think so.
I'm pretty sure he
Day
said
is the 6th, right? I don't know what day Father's Day is.
on a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
It's always a Sunday. I thought it was the second Sunday, but that would be this week. Hey, Brandon, welcome in. Good evening. If you would like a reading, just put your sun sign and your question in. Yeah, it's either the second or third Sunday.
Coming soon either way.
Well, I hope it's next week because I don't have anything done. Yes, it's not this weekend, it's next weekend.
Next weekend? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, come on, guys. Geez, we usually have a group by now. Maybe I put it out there in the universe.
18 years, lots of games, feature possible. Like any better.
8 to 10. Anytime soon. Wow. Well, let me give a real quick yes or no, and then we can do cards and stuff. Angels, Brandon, 3T, wants to know if things are going to get better anytime soon. Well, I got a yes, but I will say it's a weak yes. Wonder what your chart looks like. I don't know what to tell you without looking at your chart, dear. Well, hello, Carrie Ann. Welcome in. All right, Brandon. see. Tell me what's coming towards Brandon's. Are you manifesting, Brandon? Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Well, you're grounded. Thank you, angels. Brandon, they want you to manifest. And right now, today is the 6/6 portal. Meditate. When you get off of here, go meditate and focus on that. How old are you, Brandon? I don't normally ask people how old they are, but that could have something to do with it. You said 8 to 10 years. Well, that's good. There's solutions coming towards you. We just started a new age, you know, the age of Aquarius. We are actually in it. You're 45. Okay. Well, then you would, the last 15 years have been pretty rough. Actually, it's now since 2008. So yeah, it's a little more than that. But, so we've started this new cycle. I see solutions here. Now, wait a minute here. Too many cards. Are you married? Hey, Emily.
Hello, Emily.
Wow. Brandon, are you married, honey? You're single. Guess what you've got coming towards you? You've got a 2 of Cups. That's a soulmate. On the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. That's new love coming. So that's good. I see you are in your spiritual journey. I'm assuming you're on here. You are. I shouldn't assume. They're showing me that you have the solutions. You've done some soul searching. Okay. Clarifying, please. Clarify. They're telling me you've got good news coming. far, this looks really good. However, you do understand, I don't know if I don't recognize your name. There are those two menacing words called divine timing. So don't ask me what time things happen. Okay, wow, what's that? You're like the Energizer Bunny. You just keep on going. Yeah, on the bottom. Okay, they're saying to be patient. And see, the second card is telling me that things are going to get easier. And then there's the happily ever after. So, I mean, you've got the Hierophant with the Page of Pentacles, okay? Page of Pentacles is good news. The Hierophant, that's, it's about a spiritual journey. It can be about a spiritual teacher. It can be structure in a relationship, or even structure in the society you live in. Hierophant can also, on some occasions, mean marriage. It's not the card I usually use for marriage. Then the Magician came out, okay, with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card, okay? And this Magician, that's telling you to manifest. Next, you've got the Five of Wands, but it's in reverse, and that's a good way to have it. And then you've got the Nine of Wands. Five of Wands in reverse is saying you've got the solutions you need. The Nine of Wands is saying you don't give up. You just keep on fighting. Then there's that Two of Cups. That's a soulmate. That's a union of two souls. And then there is the Ace of Swords. That's clarity. That's new thoughts and ideas. And last, you've got the Hermit. Now, that's all about, that can be Virgo. I forgot. What was your Taurus, right?
Taurus.
Oh, that's the first card that came out. The Hierophant represents Taurus. That's why I always ask for your sun sign, because they always throw it out. So I like to know what it is. Okay, there's the Hermit. That's a Virgo representation, but it's also about going within and soul searching. Okay. And then there's the Ace of Wands, but it's in the reverse, meaning that you've got this new road. There's passion, there's creativity. It's coming towards you. You're not on it yet, but it's going to be there. Okay. I just see nothing but, I don't see anything negative here. So think positive thoughts, please. Don't put anything negative out into the universe. Okay. Whatever you put out there, they're going to give you back. All right. So positive thoughts. If you do have any negative thoughts, immediately say erase and think of something positive. Okay. I love this card. Isn't that pretty for the Two of Cups? I just think that's so pretty. And then come back and let me know. Okay. Life has to go on. That's right, honey. I have a son your age. Life goes on. So anyway, come back and let us know what's going on. Okay. All right. Who's next?
Did you want me to give him a reading or not?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Give him a reading. He needs
Okay. Okay. So Brandon, what I'm getting in addition to what Bonnie's saying is, so here you are, and you've got these people in your life. You're just too nice. You're saying yes to everybody. You're allowing people to take advantage. And the blue represents your throat chakra. You need to start getting your voice, setting boundaries with people. The reason that things are going around like a merry-go-round with different people leaving and coming is that your guides get tired of you being taken advantage of. They kick people out of your life. It feels like a betrayal, but it's really they're getting kicked out of your life. They're getting exposed. And so you've got to learn to have discernment with people, set boundaries, and don't let them pull you into this muck of constant, everybody's got a problem. Everybody's got something that they need
Oh,
you to help solve. They can do it. Just if you have some advice, that's great, but they may not even listen because they're energy vampires and they just love your energy and they love to dump their stuff on you. They feel better after they talk to you. But if they don't listen and they keep coming back with problems, then they're addicted to your energy. They're not really wanting any help. So you've got to cut those people loose so that the positive people can come in your life and start really tuning into that discernment and going towards people in the light who are the kind of people you need to be around, people that you feel better in their energy, not drained by their energy. Create a new circle of friends. These people have been pushed out of your life for a reason so that you can, it's like your guides are saying, enough of this foolishness. He has a mission. We need his help and we're going to guide him to the light. So yeah, those people got pushed out. Start using your voice.
yeah,
All right.
you've got to speak your truth. And God, see this? This is obsidian. Go to your local gem or new age store and get some obsidian. It doesn't always have to be this big, but I used to be a nurse, and so I'd carry that in my lab coat because God knows I ran into them. Um, you have got to, number one, keep your home saged, um, keep it sacred. Okay, you don't let just everybody in. You need to know these people are good for you to let them into your space. Otherwise, you're saging all the time, and nobody wants to do that. Okay, you might want to get some sage spray and some Palo Santo spray. Hang on, I've got some here somewhere. Ah, there it is. See, this is the white sage. And it's pretty common nowadays. So you might be able to find this at any new age store. Okay. If not, you may be able to order it on Amazon. I don't know because a friend of mine gave those to me. But you really have to be careful of who you associate with. And I'll tell you a quick story. I 2 years ago, not quite, year and a half ago, moved to where I am from Arizona. I miss my Arizona. Moved here because my son and his wife and the kids moved here. Good grandma. Anyway, got here and I have I know 2 people in this town. Okay. No, 3. I'm sorry. And of those 3, 2 of them are okay. I would let those 2 into my home. One of them I have doing a show with me on Sundays. She's a young gal and she's very talented. The other gal runs a new age store. The third person, man, she was an energy vampire. Didn't take much to figure that one out. And it took a long time for her to finally get to where she wasn't constantly after me. I wouldn't go out with her. I wouldn't meet her anywhere. But I took some crap for it because she was like, "You're not a good friend." Well, you got to pick and choose your friends. So, take some wisdom from that. Okay. Good luck to you and let us know how things go. All right.
All right, Emily, I've got you down, so don't worry, you're third. Next person is Carrie Ann,
Oh,
Scorpio,
yeah, yes, we've read her.
and Carrie she's got anxiety rising,
yeah.
she's overwhelmed. She wants to know if life's going to look up and if her life with her boyfriend is going to look up as well.
Yeah, I've been reading her. All right, Carrie Ann Medina. You're still stuck, honey. What is she? I've forgotten what.
She is a Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay. I've got Libra here. What is your friend's? I've got a Libra here. Yeah, they're telling me right now this relationship, it was very one-sided. You will remain stuck as long as you cling to that. So if you want your life to move forward, you have got to let it go. What they're saying is that you're so focused on this one thing that you're not seeing everything else, okay? And you're going to miss out. So you really need to cut that cord. It can come back. That's not saying it can't come back. What you need to do is have Archangel Michael come in and cut the cord. Let this person go to the ethers, okay? Now, when he gets his stuff together, he might choose to come back. Then you can choose whether or not you allow him back. Remember, it's about attracting. You don't chase people, we attract them. The goddess of love, Venus, she just preaches about attracting people. You don't chase them, they have to come to you. You've got to let go of it in order to get rid of this anxiety. Is the more you, anxiety comes from looking forward too far, going in the future. You get anxious about it. Depression comes from looking in the back. Okay. So you are looking in your future and it's like not what you wanted it to be. Well, guess what? Happiness comes from accepting things as they are and accepting that your life might not be what you wanted it to be, but it's okay right now. Doesn't mean it might not change. Let's see if they got anything else to say. Okay, they're saying that you have the wisdom that you need. You just need to choose to use it. Let's see what's on the bottom here. We've got you've already got one missed opportunity. I can't stress this enough. You have got to let it go. You might miss the one, worried about the not one. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you've got quite a burden on you because of this. It is weighing you down, and that's why you're at a dead stop. Um, this represents you, Scorpio. Scorpio. This is telling me the relationship was one-sided. This is telling me that you're not seeing what's around you because you're so focused on one. And this is telling me you've got everything. You've got the wisdom that you need. You just have to choose to use it. All right. What do you have for Miss Carrie?
Yeah, basically, I'm getting the same thing. So this is you, and it's literally saying stand up for yourself, find your voice, blue throat chakra, find your voice, listen to your inner knowing and follow that, follow your guides. The reason you have the anxiety, the same as what Bonnie's saying, is because you're in turmoil. You know deep down that this person isn't good for you, that they don't match your vibration, that they don't have the same goals that you do, that you can't be who you want to be with this person. Let them go. That whole adage of let somebody go, if they're meant to come back, they'll come back. If that person away from you works on themselves and is able to match you at some point, let them go so they can do that. If they don't, that's not on you, but you're sinking, girl. It won't get better. You're only going to get more anxious and more torn and more unable to focus, because deep down you're fighting your inner self. You're fighting that intuition, and it's waking you up at night. It's saying, girl, stop it. So
Those are your guides talking to you.
that's your guides. They're telling you every one of them, and you have a mall worth. Like, seriously, when you're intuitive, you have like a mall's worth of guides, and they're constantly in your head, and you're pushing it away. No, no, you don't know him like I know him. Da da da. If I can just love him enough. No, you can't love them into doing the right thing. So anyway, that's what I'm getting.
You've got to, yeah, you have got to speak your truth. And the sooner that he sees you have moved forward without him, oh, what a play that'll be. But you have got to, how can I put this? The more we grow, okay, the more we grow, the higher our vibration gets, okay? The higher you vibrate, you don't want to be with low vibrating people. They drag you down, and it wastes all that time you've used growing. So the universe weeds people out of our life for a reason, to make room for somebody who belongs there. So,
Yeah. And
man,
once you know, you can't unknow it. It will eat you alive. Like you know it, and it just eats at you. And if they come back in your life, you're going to feel nauseous again. You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel stagnant, unless they've changed their vibration, changed and worked on themselves.
and so, boy, you gotta do it. And it's not what you want to hear. You want us to tell you what you want to hear, but that's not what spirit wants us to tell you. You need to talk. If you wake up between 2 and 4 in the morning, just lay there in bed and talk to your guides. That's when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest. And just talk to them, ask them to lead you, ask them to show you, ask them for courage, for strength, all of those good things. And they will do that. Your guides are sitting there wanting to help you, they're trying to help you, but you're not listening.
What you're saying right here is an example of your guides giving you, the truth. Okay. So when somebody shows you, not what they say, when they show you who they are, believe them. You're saying right here, he came back to you with a sweet text. Okay, that's the words, right? But what did his actions do? He ignored you. Go with the actions. Your guides are showing.
Always.
They're
Always.
showing you, here's that sweet text to try to reel you back in. Because, of course, you loved that person more than anybody has. You put up with more than anybody has. But they just like that admiration. They don't know how
Those
to
are
love you back.
narcissistic personalities. They prey on people like you.
They like people to adore them. They want their group of people to promenade around them. That's what they live for. But they don't respect you. They don't know how. They don't know how.
Sorry, it's not what you want to hear, but I kind of knew going in that well, I've read you before and you've written to me, so.
Just know we're just the messenger. We're not trying to
Yeah.
break apart. We care enough to be honest with you. You know,
Yep.
it's not going to be any less painful, to tear it off now. It's going to be painful the longer you wait because you've lost more time.
And I'm going to remind you of something I told you, I think in the letter, that you keep coming back because you want us to tell you something different. But we're going to give you the same message. It's the same energy. We're in your energy. This is what your guides are telling. Okay? It's not going to change. Come back in 3 months. It might change a little. Okay? But I'll bet you money it's not going to tell you what you want to hear right now. So.
And if you want to know if somebody's a narcissist, look up the signs of a narcissist. And if they check all those boxes, they are. Believe that.
And sometimes when they don't check them all, they are.
Yeah. And
But,
it's an illness. They can't change it.
Yeah.
They cannot change it. It's an illness.
So, oh yeah. I mean, and I've been through it. I know.
I have too.
Yeah. It's
Many times, and it's painful. But we go through it as light workers so we can learn boundaries and we can learn the signs of what we don't want in our life so that we can really appreciate those that are the opposite of that.
Yeah. And, the whole thing is, I can't re-emphasize this enough. When they show you through behavior that they value you, then and only then can you start to believe it. I don't care if they're telling you everything you want to hear. If their behavior is different,
Go by behavior. They may not even be aware of it, but it tells you exactly what's going to happen based on the people you've been with. You'll know exactly what the signs are, and when they do the same thing, you know what's coming. It is hard, but each one gets a little easier because you realize, okay, I don't want to put up with that.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're young, I would understand how hard it is, okay? But the one thing the universe is really good at, if you don't learn that lesson, they will give you another one just like it.
Or worse.
Or worse is right, yeah. Until you finally figure it out. The universe is great at giving lots of opportunities to learn because we come here to do that. We come here to learn lessons. You contract to come in, and until you learn it, you're going to be offered time and time again.
Right.
So the younger you learn it, the better off you're going to be. All right. Okay. Oh, who do we have?
Next one is Emily Reed, Virgo sun. He wants to know, will she have a career change this year anytime soon?
Okay. Well, let me start with the pendulum. Angels. Emily Reed wants to know if she's going to have a career change anytime this year. I got a yes. Are you filling out applications and scattering your resume everywhere and on every website you can? You've got to do that, obviously. Emily, are you here? Oh my. All right. Emily, I only read people when you're here. Emily. Who's after Emily?
So let's see here. Oh, Emily's here. She's saying I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Emily Reed wants to know about career, please. Okay. Emily. Hang on. Okay. The first card that popped out is the Two of Cups. Now, you're asking about career. Everybody else wants to know about love. Let's see what else comes out before I. And a Three of Cups. Have you been soul searching? Yeah, Dawn, I'll get to you. Okay, the first card, I showed you the first card, the Two of Cups. The second one was the Three of Cups. That's telling me there's going to be some sort of celebration. So that could be the job change. However, it came right after a Two of Cups. A Two of Cups generally means a soulmate. It's a union of souls. I don't know. I don't know you, so I don't know if you're married, if you're with somebody. The card that came after that is the Sun card. That's a Leo. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's joy, it's happiness. And then there was the Hermit. That's you, Virgo. Okay, that represents you. Then the Moon card came out. That's a Pisces card. That's all about using that intuition that we talk about. It's also about saying, listen, not everything is visible, okay? Even in people who have been married for decades, they still don't know everything there is to know about another person, okay? So just remember that and use the intuition. Now, verify the Two of Cups, please. You're with somebody. Okay, so that person, somebody doesn't want to give up here. Are you not manifesting? Emily, are you manifesting? What this is telling me is that you are with your soulmate, okay? And there's going to be some sort of celebration coming up. You have happiness. You have intuition. You need to use it. But the Magician came out in reverse. That's telling me that you're not manifesting like you can or should be. Now, right now, we're in the 6-6 portal. really good time to do that. Did you lose somebody recently? Whether it's just a lost friendship, or did somebody die, or lose a job? You're trying to manifest, okay. Okay, there's some decision they're saying that you know you need to make, but you are avoiding. Whoa, let me get that from my blower. You have a new road you're about to go down. On the bottom of this clarifying deck, well, let's go with the other one first. The other one has the Three of Wands, which is saying you're looking for that ship that's coming in, okay? You have the Ten of Cups. That's a happily ever after. And then you have, here it is, the Page of Coins. That's good news. And coins are what we always look for in a career reading. On the bottom of the other deck, the Sun card again. Anytime a card comes out more than once, it's saying, listen to me. You've got happiness coming at you. Then there's the Knight of Wands, okay? And the Seven of Pentacles, okay? What that's telling me is that you need to possibly, okay, you want to refresh your resume, okay? Yeah, they want you to plant some new seeds, refresh that resume, turn it around, make it address different. You know, you can have lots of resumes out there depending on where your forte is. Where's your skill set? Okay. How can it be rearranged to work for you? What do you have for Emily?
Okay, so Emily, this is symbolizing you and working with your solar plexus and your sacral chakras to pull through your gifts that you have, and start focusing on those, because I feel like those gifts can be added things on your resume that you can use towards starting a business or starting working somewhere. I just feel like your guides really want you to tap into that right now. You've got healing touch. Your voice is healing. You have a healing vibe. And so basically you know, you're vibing pretty high. And so I would take those things seriously as an addition of something that you know, if you focus on, definitely will be fruitful for you. So,
Like they were saying, you know, I've helped children and grandchildren do this, but you know, rearrange that resume to speak to different skill sets. Okay. I hope that all helps you.
and today being 6/6, portal is a manifestation, like Bonnie said, manifestation portal. So focus on what it is that you really want. And I heard something today that really resonated. The things that you've had trouble, you know, manifesting, start looking at the patterns of what's happened in the past with it not, or you're having to work extra hard, and look at what is it that you're getting out of working extra hard to do that, and kind of push that out of the way. Like, okay, we've done that in the past. I no longer have that block. I'm ready to grasp whatever it is that I'm wanting to manifest. No more hardships with that. I learned that lesson. I'm ready to move on.
I'm sorry you lost your grandpa, but that's what that was showing me.
Sorry to hear that, Emily.
Yeah. All right. So who do we have next?
Summertime. And I don't know, Summertime, can you tell me what your
She's been right.
zodiac is?
My person came back here. Let me put it up there. My person came back to me with a very sweet text after separation. I replied. He ignored. Oh, come on. Okay, sweet.
That's exactly the same. I thought it was the same person because it's exactly the same.
Oh, no,
script.
somebody different.
Sweet
Okay.
text. This is the new blow off these days.
Replay. This is about looking at behavior. Don't believe what they say, because it's sad, but, and I don't want to, I'm not going to man bash. I raised 3 sons. It's anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. When somebody wants you, they will tell you just about anything. Watch the behavior. That's what, if he ignored you, that's how much he values you. A man who values you will not ignore you. Next, what was the next one?
I don't see anybody.
You were his priority and he treated you like a queen. Well, something's changed.
She said he had a breakdown and he's starting to act differently now and be mean and all of that. And what I'm getting is that he's just being himself now. Like he literally held all that in and tried to be somebody else until it broke him. And now he's being himself. He's saying the things. He's not seasoning his words. He's just screaming them out loud like a trash can that exploded, So he's
why. You want to know why he's doing this? He's the only one that can tell you why. And I know when we lose people out of our lives, we want to know the whys. You don't always get to know. Okay? So try to make peace with not knowing. And, maybe someday you'll find out. Maybe he'll get his shit together. His stuff together and come back. But like I told Harry, you've got to cut that cord and let him go to the ethers. Let him go. Move your life forward. Okay? There's nothing worse than getting stuck. And the more you hang on to people that don't value you, the more you get stuck. So let it go. Have Archangel Michael cut those cords for you. Wrap yourself in gold lame and, heal. Let yourself heal. Then work on you. Self-care. Self-care is a big one. When you start taking care of you, guess what? It's amazing what comes into your life. But don't focus on the love. Focus on the healing. Focus on, Carrie. Focus on taking care of you. Focus on doing things for you. What is your passion? What is it you enjoy doing? Do those things. Okay? The more you get out and focus on that kind of stuff, you may just find the right person. But you've got to move forward and accept the fact that you may never know the why.
There's one more thing that Spirit's telling me to mention, and that is when you're highly empathic, you can't help but have your vibration bring people's faults to the surface. And so they can't be with you for long and hide their problems and their issues. It's going to shake up, and it starts to shake up. It's like you're a human mirror, and they can't look in the mirror for very long, and then all of a sudden it shakes up, and they have to either deal with it and change, or they have to exit because they can't handle it. They can't handle matching your vibration. And it's just the unfortunate part. That's why you have to be around people that match your vibration. They're not going to act like that.
Yeah. Talk to your guides, meditate, manifest. Don't manifest that person back into your life. Again, like I told Carrie, when you don't learn that lesson, the universe is going to say, well, let's give her another one a little bit tougher this time. Okay? So let go, move forward, take care of you, find out what you enjoy and do it. And it's true, when you bring in people that vibrate lower, it's like you make them boil. It's like bringing all the bubbles to the top on a boiling pot of water. He changed when you pointed out behaviors. I'll bet that's a narcissist.
They just can't
have
handle it.
that
They can't
point
handle
out. Oh my God. Yeah.
They can't handle it.
They
Yeah.
immediately go and blame you for everything. So, yeah. You and Carrie need to get together.
I know it's painful. Believe me, we've both been through it, but I'm just telling you, like, they're when you sever the cord and you move on with your life and you start feeling better, guaranteed they're going to reach out because they want you to be their entourage. They want you to be this person that makes them feel good about themselves. But it's not love. And so they're going to reach out. Don't take that as, oh, they can love me right now. No, they just miss your adoration. They miss that. They don't know how to love. They just miss that adoration, that servitude.
Exchange your emails and your phone numbers and, talk to each other. You may learn some things, but certainly don't welcome them back in until you have seen proof of change. And I pretty much can guarantee you're not going to see it. I would hope, but that kind of stuff doesn't change real quick.
Takes a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work.
A lot of shadow work, facing your dark side. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Stephanie's next.
Pearl. Yes, Stephanie Pearl. Stephanie, we need your zodiac sign. And she wants
A love reading.
a love reading. Yes.
All right. Stephanie Pearl, I've read you before because this feels familiar. A love reading. Stephanie, are you going to ask me these same questions? Okay, Stephanie Pearl. You're Capricorn. Stephanie.
Capricorn.
You're focused on the rear view mirror and you need to look out the windshield. The rear view mirror is smaller for a reason. You're not supposed to look back there very often. And like I was telling one of those other young ladies, that you need to plant some new seeds. That's the best way to say it. Plant some new seeds, okay? Thank you, angels. Okay, Steph, I must stop for just a second. Um, you have somebody around you. And I don't know if this is a love that you've had. I don't know if this is a family member, a friend, but there's somebody around you that is not being honest with you. Um, and you've got this is the Seven of Swords. Okay. That is dishonesty at its best. You've also got the Lovers in reverse. So that's what makes me think this is a past lover. Um, okay, you're going through some big changes right now, they're saying. Let me see what this other deck says. Pearl. Stephanie Pearl. Okay. I'd like clarification on that one, please. Clarifications. Well, and sometimes you might not know. It might be somebody on the fringe. It could be somebody at work. Um, this is telling, I think it's somebody from your past. Because, and I'll tell you why. Because along with it, I clarified it with this Nine of Wands. That is, I commonly will refer to that as the wounded warrior. That is the Energizer Bunny that you can't keep them down. This person will fight for the cause. So I'm getting a sense that this is somebody from your past and you've kind of plowed through it. And I think this is just Spirit's way of saying, hey, remember this one? You might want to keep that in the back of your mind for some reason. You've got a Ten of Pentacles here at the very end. What's on the bottom of this deck? Okay. The Ten of Pentacles. That's too bad we're not doing a career reading for you. That's what somebody else would have loved to have had. Ten of Pentacles in a love reading is about a lifetime relationship. This is about somebody coming in your life and you're going to get married and have the pets and the children and the families together and buying the house and the barn and the whole thing and working together to leave a legacy. Now, this might be a Gemini. On the bottom of that deck, I've got that you're going to gain clarity. They want to remind you to be a little frugal. And that doesn't just mean with money, with emotion, keeping things close to your chest. Don't just blurt everything out. Okay. Believe me, I understand that one. And then you've got the Fool card, which is saying take that new risk. I really see this. You had the Five of Cups originally. That's what I was talking about, looking in the rear view mirror. You need to turn it around and look at the positive in your life. Making some long range plans is what the clarifier was. Then came the Seven of Pentacles, which is, like I said, plant some new seeds. And when I refer to that, I'm talking about at the new moon. And if you're not familiar with this, say so. Not everybody is, but on the new moon is when you need to do, write down your intentions. What seeds are you going to plant? There's a 2.5-year cycle that takes place after every new moon. And what this is telling me is that you're going to gain clarity from doing that. We've already looked at that one and that one. So when this person comes into your life, take a risk, take that chance. I hope that resonates. What do you have, Sarah?
Okay. So what I'm getting is,
Ooh, pretty.
thank you. I had a few more extra minutes.
Wonder why.
So all of these colors represent the chakras. I'm not sure if you're new to that or if you know about the chakras, but it might be worth learning about them, because basically what they're showing me is that you're starting, in your awakening, you're starting to have stronger discernment, and they want to make sure that you don't base, your past experiences and come into like a new partner bringing that old, those old thought patterns or those old, assumptions with you that everybody's the same. But have discernment and learn from the things that you have seen that you want or you don't want from past relationships. Look at those things and understand your dynamic in it. I had to learn that I wasn't always, a victim in everything, that I literally kind of liked to feel like I was superior in some ways. So I always ended up with these people that I felt like I was doing better than them. I had to look at that. I had to understand that. So what they're saying is like looking into the things that you've learned from these past relationships and having discernment in the future and really understanding that you want somebody to line up with your values and your goals and all of that, and then manifest that person, bring them forward. You have the ability to do that. So that's what.
And like I was saying earlier, this is 6/6 portal.
The day.
That's all about manifesting. And they stay open for about 24, 48 hours, sometimes a little longer depending on the month. But that's what I would recommend. She knows about chakras. That's good.
Awesome.
Okay.
And Kundalini. I don't know if you know about Kundalini, but they're saying tap into that Kundalini energy. So now that I know that you know that, yeah. Hello. That's King.
Hello, Rebel Wind.
Rebel Wind, Cancer, and wants to know about their situation with NB.
I will not go into anybody else's energy without their permission. I can, how can I reword this? Okay, does spirit, let me get the pendulum. Does spirit see you? Does spirit see you having a relationship with NB?
You're welcome, Stephanie. You know, it's your sign.
Boy, it's a real weak, yes, barely moved that direction. Let me read what I've got here. Okay, down at the bottom. I asked about your, yes, I got that. We have it. We have it. Your situation. Okay, so what you were telling me then is that you have a relationship with this person. Well, it was very, very weak. Let's see what comes out of the cards. Rebel Man, thank you. Okay. Ooh. Your Cancer. What is this person's sign?
Rebel Wind is Cancer, and oh yes, I don't know who.
I don't know who this. Okay, what's already come out is that there's a new road you're going to go down. Very creative. That doesn't bother me. You'll get down that. What bothers me is you have a Tower card in reverse. Tower cards are a big change in energy. I always equate them to rip currents. It's going to happen. Nothing you're going to do to avoid it. All you can do is April 12th. Okay, that's Aries. All you can do with a Tower card or a change of this big shift in energy is that to survive it. When it's in the upright, it just means go with the flow. It's going to happen. Tower cards happen. This is going to happen no matter what you do. What bothers me is it's in the reverse. That tells me that you're fighting against it. This change apparently is either already started to take place and you're fighting it, or it's going to happen and you're going to fight it. And the best advice given is don't fight it. Because when it's in the reverse, it's like swimming against a rip current. You're going to drown. It's going to be painful. That change is going to happen no matter what. There are some things in life that are going to happen no matter what your free will is. Your free will may be that you can fight it, but all that's going to happen as a result, it's going to be very painful. It's still going to happen, but you're going to really suffer through it. So I totally advise that when this change, if it started, then you need to embrace it and just go with it. You don't know what's going to happen as a result of it. You may be predisposing, going, oh no, and it might be something wonderful. So go with the flow on this, whatever this change is. Now, you do have a soulmate. I'm not sure it's this person. Let's see what else. Okay, they're not looking good. That's your tower, honey. Don't try to make it look better than it is. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good for a reason. Okay. I think you've got the Lovers card in reverse. Okay. Lovers card represents Gemini. Okay. But this person's not a Gemini. So that is not the case here. In the reverse, in the upright, it could mean it's a soulmate. Okay. In the reverse, it says, no, it's not. Now you also have the Hangman. That's a Pisces card. The Hangman, it's about, well, there are a lot of ways this goes. It's about getting all tied up in something, but it's a self-imposed thing. It's like you're tying yourself up to this tree and waiting for something. Can also be your guides putting you on the side going, you're not going to move forward until you get a new perception of what's going on. Now, you also have a Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration, a party. It can be going out with friends. It can be going to somebody's wedding. Cups in general are thought to be emotions. Okay. Cup holds water. Water signs are full of emotion. Water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So when we see a cup, it's full of emotion. It's full of love is the kind of thought process. So this could be a celebration of love. That doesn't mean it's about this other person, though. It could be something in the future. Like I said, it could be going out with some girlfriends to celebrate something. Okay. On the bottom of the deck here, we've got Leo card, 6 of Wands. That's some success at work. You've got a Taurus card here. And looking back, kind of a nostalgia feeling. The Hierophant is present. That's a Taurus, major arcana. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6 cards are major. That's power. that kind of power you really can't fight. Again, I'll just go back to this reverse tower. Don't try to swim against a rip current. Let it happen. It may all come to good down the road, but you don't want to die in the meantime. So, Sarah, what do you have for Rebel?
Um, okay, so basically what I'm getting is that the person that you're with is going through a lot of turmoil and that you need to allow them to work through that and move on with your goals because um kind of the same type of thing, as we've been saying for others. They've got just a lot of things going on that are getting shook up that they need to work on, and they're in a turmoil and they're pulling you into it, and you've got to break free to kind of, as a life preserver, to keep moving up in your ascension, because right now, they've got just a lot of stuff going on. And I think the only reason that your guides are bringing, this person through to you is because they want you to understand there's just a lot going on around them. They've just got a lot of things they got to work through. And it's just going to pull you down, whether they mean to or not. So you've got to break apart to salvage your growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of crying hearts tonight. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, you guys.
But we've been through it, so we understand.
I totally understand. Believe me.
All right. Who else is in here?
Okay, the next one is just Kina.
Just
Kenna. And I don't, Kenna, what is your zodiac sign? And supposed to know if she's gonna do good at the market tomorrow.
What are you doing at the market? Where's the market? I love flea markets.
Right? If you're in Arizona, I'd love to know.
Oh, you know where the biggest flea market is?
Where?
Okay. If you hang on a sec, I gotta reorient my brain here. What's the name of that road?
Sometimes, Rebel, there's things that are so deep in there that you just don't want to share with somebody else to work through. It's stuff from the past, childhood. It's things that they have to work through that they just don't want to share that with somebody else. You have to remember that energy that you have shakes that stuff up, and it's just something that they need that time to work on and work through, and they have to choose to do that. So, that's what that is.
The biggest flea market is at Signal Butte and Baseline. It's on the north side of the road of Baseline, and it is west of Signal Butte.
Thank you.
Okay. I can't think of the name of it, but it's huge. Just Google flea market Mesa.
Thank you. Oh, she says she's in Alabama. Darn.
Oh,
She is selling tumblers, t-shirts, etc.
oh, I tried. There's a flea market. Is that what they're calling it though? I don't know. Not too far from here, but they were all sold out. So I was gonna set up a table.
Oh yeah, I've thought about it. I just don't think I can handle the heat here.
Oh yeah,
I can't stand the heat.
Oh,
but
right now here? Oh my God, it's
Mm-mm.
horrible. It was 85 with 100% humidity today.
Yikes.
Storms all over the place, of
Ooh.
course, tornadoes and all that fun garbage. All right, just will you do good? Well, that's just a simple yes no. So, angels will just Kenna, will they do good at the flea market tomorrow? Yes. No need for cards on that. What do you have?
Yeah, I didn't get the drawing done, but I'm getting yes too. And what I'm getting is that you are the product. So your attitude, your smile, wearing your product, um, your energy is what's going to bring people to the table. And then you just have to be excited about your product, and people are going to want to love. So be using it and all of that. I'm sure you already do that stuff, but just know that your vibe is what's going to sell your items. So being smiling to everybody and all of that with that. So get plenty of sleep, be hydrated, eat before you go, make sure that you've taken care of everything that you can take care of, and then definitely.
Okay, Rebel, you're saying that you want to ask Sarah something, but I don't see another question there. I just see a statement that he's got stuff to work through, but you guys used to do it together. I don't think this is a together one. But if there's another question, I don't see it.
Yeah, I answered that for. I said that this is
Oh,
something deeper that he needs to work through on his own. He doesn't want to share it with anybody else. It has something to do with his choices in the past, and he doesn't really want people to know, to work through it. So yeah, he needs to do it for himself.
okay.
You're welcome, Keita. Excited for you.
Yeah. All right. Is there anyone else that I've missed here?
I don't see anybody else. Did you guys, is there anybody here? Yeah, finally a happy reading for sure.
Yeah, right. There are many nights where we have lots of happy readings.
Just know that your stories, all of your stories, if you learn from this experience and what you want and what you don't want for discernment in the future, you're going to be a happy story.
Yeah.
Your people are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. You got to move these people out and learn the lesson. And believe me,
And
then you
learn
start
from
getting that.
I was saying learn from each other.
Learn from each other for
Somebody else's
sure.
story can resonate with you.
Right.
So,
So you don't feel so alone for sure, right? A lot of us go through this. It's not it. And I asked Spirit once, why? Why do we go through this? It's so that we can empathize with other people that are going through these kind of things, so we actually understand.
yeah, it's like I said earlier, we come into this hard world to learn certain lessons, and those lessons were pre-chosen, okay, and we took part in that. So we can take part in this. And but the thing we don't get to choose is how we're going to learn them. That's the universe. They get to do that. And when we don't learn them the first time, they give it to us again. So that's how life is. And it's painful. I mean, we didn't come here for a party. I
Yeah.
wish.
It's like getting your master's degree in it's like the heat's
Exactly.
been turned up.
Good way to put that. Yeah. What about kids? What? Finally happy reading tonight. Bonnie, how about your kids?
How about her kids?
Her,
How about my
what
kids?
about your kids?
And Keena, as far as the TikTok shop, everything's really cheap there. So I don't think that's your market. I think you need to go with people that want to meet you face to face and like your vibe. And
Yeah. Are your kids okay since your depression? Um, sorry, my eyes are just really. Angels, Carrie Ann wants to know if her kids are okay because of her depression. You know, kids are so resilient. And I want you to remember that just like we just said about you all contracted to come in here, so did they. They chose their parents. I'm getting a yes. It's not a super strong one, but that could be on me because I haven't been very well today. Oh, Tanya. Okay, hang on a minute. I need some water.
And Carrie, I'm getting that your kids they feel when you're sad. And of course that, they don't want you to be sad. But they just watch, so they're there, they're concerned. But as parents sometimes, and I know this because I used to be depressed a lot when my kids were little, and I actually got very, very depressed where I literally had to go to the hospital like it was bad. And I was told there, you know, that our kids mimic what we do and how we handle things. And so I had to learn to turn that around when I was sad, to like get out of the house and do things to keep my mind occupied and not lay in bed all the time. I was like bed rotting.
Ugh,
And yeah. And so I don't ever want to be in that state again. And that's kept me out of that. But they're resilient, like Bonnie says.
they really are. I mean, not to play anything down, but a lot of people go through this. So,
Yeah, I'm sure, especially now. There's
yeah,
so much going on.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
Tanya, what is your sign, Tanya?
yeah. What's your zodiac
What's your
sign?
zodiac sign?
Tanya Hikes. Tanya Hikes. Tanya Hikes. Her greatest and highest good angels. What messages do you have for Tanya Hikes? You got a wish card. That's good. Are you manifesting something, Tanya?
We appreciate you too, Carrie. Libra Sun, Sag Moon.
Well, the first card, like I said, that came out is the Nine of Cups. That's what would consider a wish card. That means whatever it is that you're manifesting, the universe is working at trying to put that together. So that will come to fruition. The next card you got here is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The Four of Pentacles in the upright is about being frugal, keeping feelings in for a while. Don't just blurt things out. In the reverse, it's saying be a little freer, spend a little money that you've earned, tell some people how you feel. The next card after that is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups tells the story of seeing, if you can imagine, you got four cups in front of you. One of them gets spilled, and you're like, oh gosh, darn, I've lost one. But you've still got three there that are full. So it's trying to help you understand that if you focus on that one, you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. I've been really practicing. Oh, okay. Then the last card I have here is the Star card. That's a major card for Aquarius. So I don't know if you have an Aquarius in your life. But this is about Spirit saying you have everything that you need at your disposal to make the most beautiful life that you want. Love the artwork on these cards. So, if you're manifesting, you've got that power. Now let's see what Sarah's put together here.
All right, hold on just a second here. Okay, so it's not completely done, but basically what it's showing me is that you have the power to manifest. All you need to do is just focus on your heart space. And what are the things that really bring you joy? What are the things that you can be passionate about? And bring those things forward, manifest those things. And then also keep in mind that you do have some spiritual gifts. And so if you're using those gifts to help people without allowing those people that really don't want the help to drag you down, but the ones that really need it, the ones that need the messages, the ones that need your light, using that, then pretty much anything that you desire, you'll be able to pull through, is what they're showing me.
Now, I forgot, on the bottom of the deck, this is the Four of Swords. This is telling me you need to get some rest. The next card was the Ace of Wands. That is a new road, okay, new beginning with some passion, creativity. And then this is Spirit telling you that you are incredibly strong. Don't doubt that. So, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
But having done that one, I'm going to say I'm done.
It's been a long week.
It's been a very long week.
We've been
Well, you'll know when you start to vibrate higher, and especially if you're empathic, you feel everything. Right now, there are an incredible number of solar storms going on, and they will make me sick. And so, yeah, Sarah too.
Aching, nauseous, headaches, tired. It's just blah, like having a flu all the time.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
So I can't wait till they're done for sure. But best of luck to all of you. Learn from each other. Holy mackerel, you've got a bond here already. So, come back. We're here every Friday night.
We're
provided
here.
We don't get any sicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for showing up with you guys.
Blessed weekend. Okay. Enjoy it. Do something good for somebody as well as for yourself.
That's right.
Cards are flying, paintbrush in hand. Fortune whispers, don't misunderstand. Crystal laughter fills the scene. Future shining like a movie screen.